As an ex-LeetCode, ex-hackerant, ex-stupid failure, I get a lot of questions from people asking shit like, how do I become so sexy like you? Or how do I become a programmer? The first one, easy. You just can't. But the second one is actually the wrong question. And I want to go through one such question from this totally ridiculous man. This is what he says. I'm a 69-year-old Venezuelan man. Do you think that it's possible to learn to code at age 69? The answer is actually pretty simple. Of course not. You're a Latino, go get tacos somewhere or go steal someone's wife. But if you think about it, it actually depends on what you mean by code. Writing your own neural network that can detect whether a picture is a cat or a hairy ass man is code. You've already done it. Mission accomplished. Easy peasy, I wanna eat your pussy. But he goes on and he says, especially for a man, I mean, we all know that in general, men suck at everything. Well, I would say number one, men shouldn't code in general. Actually, men shouldn't do shit in general. But I get to that. Quick pause, this video is sponsored by myself, algonoob.io. If you're looking to waste all your f***ing time trying to memorize how to reverse a linked list so that you can apply to companies such as Nesquik or Dix for Dix, so that later on they send you an email with the title unfortunately, then this page is for you. Don't risk your miserable future. You really want my help with this. So go watch my video about it and get all the info you need. Or not, whatever, fuck you. I think men probably make very good for programmers because they have good lacking of social skills and they're very good with their hands because, you know, that's all they do. You know what I'm saying? Which you need in coding, right? You need a lot of time alone. And some of the very first programmers were actually men with very good analytical skills. And they have the benefit of not having their judgment clouded by another aggressive testosterone and small peepee human beings, which is pretty common in programmers, I may say. But I would say maybe men, and this is what I told him, have a far more significant and impactful job in just being jerks, which is a full-time job itself. So you may have to choose. Do you want to be a fucking idiot? That's a full-time job. Or do you want to take on some career? You just choose one. Because, you know, being a stupid ass jerk that mansplains shit on Reddit requires time. So just understand, when you choose a type of career that typically does not allow for time off, like you're gonna be a jerk half time. Typically when you're online posting hate on social media while you drink your third can of Fanta, it is a 9-to-5 job, sometimes even longer, the opposite of your pee-pee. So it's like a man choosing to become someone helpful in the house or to become someone that thinks with this head and not this one. You certainly can choose any of those career paths, but that probably will exclude you to become a non-jerk. And as controversial as this might be, I think no one wants to see a man become a human thinker. Actually, no one wants to see a man, period. And of course, for the sake of diversity and equality, we will say that, you know what? If you want to give it a try, go ahead. We're not gonna discriminate you based on your gender. We only discriminate you if you like PHP. If that's the case, fuck off. But let's be honest, a man actually being smart is not what he was built for. The biggest impact a man can have in the world maybe is to use his natural strengths to, I don't know, eat some fucking tacos or just cheer up after a guy that is kicking a ball into a fucking rectangle, and you're gonna have this legacy that is going to stand for multiple generations. Just imagine guy after guy getting turned on after seeing Cristiano shirtless. What a manly thing. So in my opinion, a man saying that he wants to become a programmer is like you saying that you want to become a porn star. Like, I mean, look at you, you know what I'm saying? However, we'll probably encourage you and tell you like, yeah boy, you can do it, but it's not particularly your strongest point because, again, look at you. We've seen multiple stories online that prove that indeed men are idiots. Like this guy right here, who thought he could make it to Microsoft and the only thing he got was depression and anxiety. What a fucking nerd. And on the other side, we have other nerds that actually make it to FANG, but then quit halfway through their careers to feel their ego, having 9-year-olds writing comments in their YouTube channel saying like, Lamau, this guy cool. Now, let's say you are a man and you don't actually want to become a smart human thinker. So let's actually keep up with the question. So he says, he doesn't know any programming language, but has studied math. So why the f you want to become a programmer? Because you heard that programmers make a lot of money? Look at me, poor as f. I cannot even afford fixing my fucking LEDs. And again, look at me. Do I smile? The closest I've been to a smile is when you take a picture of me and you just put it upside down. So what if I told you that programmers don't make money? You have to be like in the top 6.9%, live in the US, and have a name like Christopher the Nash. That's actually the only way you can make it to the top in tech. I'm not gonna lie. So here's the thing. When you look at my boy right here, the most famous emotional artist there is, do you think he says like, how do I become an emotional artist? I think they make good money. Or does the emotional artist say, I have this long, strong, and powerful idea that I want to reproduce? So the same applies for programming as well. You don't become a programmer by just fucking bleep blopping on your 500 mechanical keyboard. Maybe you have a great idea and you want to start your own startup, like an app that allows you to swap through people and realize that actually Nobody likes you. So you will actually need to learn stuff like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, astronomy, astrology, PP grown shit. This shit is hard, like me in the morning. Whatever, I think the conclusion for why men shouldn't code is not actually the right way to put it. I would actually say no one should code. It is depressing, it makes your life more miserable, and it actually decreases the time that I can spend in bed watching some good anime or porn. YouTube. I meant YouTube. Anyways, that was it for this week's video. So if you agree with me, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. And if you don't agree with me, well, fucking wrong. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and until then, ciao.
Mami, muévete, que tú avalado te